The biggest demographic on Earth are a group of people we call smallholder farmers. They comprise the majority of the poor, and there's more than 2 billion people like this. Ironically, although they're farmers, they don't succeed in even feeding themselves. Well, their greatest opportunity is to feed the world. What we need to do is to connect this problem to this opportunity, and in so doing help everyone. But we have to stop just giving. We have to get serious about investing, because this is a massive problem or a massive opportunity, and it's going to take a serious amount of capital to make it work.
Poverty is not just about not having water or not having food or not having housing or health care. It's about not having opportunities and not having choice.
In many cases, the aid model has not moved the community beyond where they were to begin with.
Traditional methods of addressing poverty in sub-Saharan Africa were not working.
Lack of financing to engage in economic activities, lack of training on agronomic practices.
What I see is a lot of product that doesn't ever make it downstream to consumption. You know, you have a lot of crop that comes off in a concentrated time period, and without a way to preserve that crop, it's not going to be harvested because nobody can sell it.
Lack of accessibility to markets.
They don't create enough crop that's usable to be able to participate in the supply chain.
All the challenges are around the value chain.
So 40% post-harvest loss is not uncommon.
Listening with respect, with an expectation of learning something, is a core value of our organization. We learn so much from the farmers we work with.
Training of the farmers, helping them to register their farmer groups. I mean, arranging for loans, agricultural loans, arranging for collateral, accessing, the market.
I think their approach to developing and building capacity around the agricultural community, not just at the farming level, but beyond the farming level, is an important feature of what Cheetah is working on.
To help the poor to move out of poverty.
So solar dehydration is one example. Grain processing is another example.
Storage and processing facilities.
We have the idea of taking stripped down old machinery from the U.S., putting it in place on the ground in Africa, and hopefully provide some automated threshing that will provide a higher quality grain that's storable and usable longer during the season. So these bring immediate impacts to the neighborhood in which they're deployed. They give entrepreneurial opportunities to the people who are building these businesses, and they add direct value to the farms in the region in which those businesses are operating.
The production capacity from these small holdings increased. Some of them doubled, tripled.
The people who I speak to in the downstream food processing and in the retail sector are all looking for ways to diversify these risks. But the key fact is that they need a Cheetah-type organization to help them do this, because they do not have the type of boots-on-the-ground capability that allows them to do this themselves.
So the increased income is really empowering the farmers.
They're able to send their kids to school, they're able to participate in the community, build a better home, and build a better life.
Investing means that we can grow the pie bigger for everyone, not just redistribute wealth.
My passion is to see poor people move out of poverty, and Cheetah programs are making that happen.
There's 3 parts to our model. The first is that we use philanthropy to create risk capital. That removes a lot of the risk so that investors and businesses have a much better chance to succeed. The second is that we use business to create profits so that this solution becomes sustainable, in fact, self-sustaining. And last, we use capital to take it to scale.
The Cheetah model helps develop local capacity, brings money to bear in the environment, allows for the smallholder agriculture community to participate in the supply chain and be aligned with and be connected to the downstream opportunities in the larger agribusiness.
Get good returns, but at the same time, transform the lives of the poor.
That's Cheetah's model. We're not just creating for-profit businesses. We're creating investable opportunities We like to say that we do big business with the dirt poor.
Using our investment capital in a way that funds efforts with smallholder farmers that enable them to sustainably improve their standard of living through agricultural business practices rather than pure grant making.
As an early stage group right now, we've got the opportunity to really set the pace to create a model that's scalable, to create a model that's replicable. I think that our model can be used outside of Cheetah in organizations that may be trying to do the same thing in other parts of the world. So I think Cheetah is a trendsetter. I think Cheetah is a developer, an entrepreneur. It will, I think, become a benchmark that we look back on in the years to come and say, you know, a lot of those good ideas that are now successful around the world came out of the Cheetah model.
We end poverty, and by extension, the horrors that shadow the people trapped in poverty, by doing the obvious, by enabling the poor to make money.
A lot of the farmers, they are earning more than like 3 times, 4 times the income that they were earning from their small farms.
And that's exactly the point, isn't it? Money does grow on trees, and it comes out of the ground in the form of potatoes, and it fills fields with every kind of crop on the face of the earth. But in order for that to happen, we have to have capital. We have to have investors that provide the seeds that get planted and provide that layer of businesses that take that food and process it and distribute it and transport it so that at the end of the day, all that food isn't lost. And at the end of the day, what we've done is we've turned crops into cash.
What Cheetah needs now more than anything else is for committed investors to come together to support his vision for sub-Saharan Africa.
I call upon everyone to join Cheetah in its work. It is going to create the world without poverty.
Take a look at Cheetah as an inviting model, as a place to participate economically, socially, and morally.
And so we have a vision that we take 1 billion subsistence farmers to substance. And it's a vision we hope you join in. Thank you.